Welcome to Lunch Hour Legal Marketing. As always, we're going to start with the news. All right, everybody, welcome to the news. Guy, you are at the 8 a.m. Kaleidoscope conference. Any other conferences coming up where we're going to see you?
Yes, you will see me at Lunch Hour Legal Marketing Summit, which we can't stop talking about. You will also see both of us at the Great Legal Marketing Summit. And I will be also at Clio. So a lot of conferences in my life coming up here.
All right. Conference season is back in full swing.
Where can people see you, Conrad? Where are you going?
I think basically you and I are just meeting up on the regular. I don't think there are any things that we're doing that are outside of that. Although we're running some more webinars. We haven't done webinars a lot. The summer is a good time to start doing webinars. And so we got a late start on redoing webinars. We are going to do a webinar on outsourcing. So how do you near source, both from a hiring and management and even payment perspective, talent, and then also the technical aspect of making sure that you have security if you're outsourcing work to Mexico, et cetera. So that's coming up at the end of September. Cool. I wanted to give a shout out to Brett Trembly and Ryan McKeen, two great leaders in digital marketing in the legal space. They've dabbled in digital marketing, but they have partnered together to put together virtual case managers. So there's training that goes along with this. There's identifying people that are going along with this. And Ryan is doing all of the training for the virtual case managers. I believe Brett is doing the sourcing, and that is something that you guys should check out. Two really, really smart minds getting together to bring something together for you. Guy, Google survives. Tell me about this. Google, the good old Google. What's going on?
Google survives the breakup that the antitrust case had at least alluded to. They will have to share data, which is supposed to somewhat level the playing field for other competitors, although at least I saw the CEO of DuckDuckGo thinks that this is less than a slap on the wrist. And so I think, honestly, from my viewpoint, like the ad stays with them, Chrome stays with them. I think the devil will be in the details of how the data sharing actually works and what's being shared and how that's all being validated. But I think Google survived a big bullet here.
So you don't see major changes coming?
No, I think that I think the breakup of search, ads, and Chrome would have been the change that I think people had at least hoped for, that they thought would be the needed change. I think data sharing is, and they're not allowed, they're not allowed to make these exclusive deals. And I think that they'll have some impact and, default user behavior on devices and whatnot. But in terms of like the competitive advantage they have based on, ad search and Chrome as that kind of like core business, I don't think that it'll be that disruptive.
Okay. On the sad trombone side of news for Google, Search Engine Land reports that Google's share of general search, I don't know how they're actually defining general search, but Google's share of general search fell from 73% in February to 67% in August. That is a precipitous decline.
So I'm going to call... I don't think that this is that rigorous. They're citing this higher visibility.
Because you don't believe in general search?
No, because the implication here is that for at least these contexts of search, that Google commands, almost, what did they say? Half,
73.
Almost 60%. 73. I mean,
yeah.
Every other, all the other research about this would be contrary to this, including, now you look, do I think Google pads their numbers? I do. But every single other place that is reporting on this, no, I don't think anybody is implying, and maybe this, and again, you can go judge for yourself what this survey says, and you can hit us up on LHLM on LinkedIn if you have other thoughts, but the implication of this headline is that for this context of search, someone else is taking 30% of search. And if you go you want to hear some of the other places that people are going to, Conrad? Yelp. You buying Yelp is jumping in there? You think people are up on Yelp these days? When's the last time Yelp's come up in your conversations? Andrew Shotland was talking about they were just buying Yelp ads, and he's like, it was crickets.
Okay.
You see Yelp showing up in search results?
Here we have Guy slandering our old friends from search engine land. I like it.
No, they're sourcing, and they're sourcing another study. It's not even search engine land study.
Okay.
It's just they published it, so Anyway, Look. Bottom line, is anybody surprised that there's growing users on ChatGPT? No, they're not.
Right.
Does anybody in their right mind really think in the local search context that 30% of the local searches are going somewhere else? I don't know.
Where are you getting 30% from?
I'm embellishing my point here. But
got it.
Local is one of the categories that they talk about. Again, people go read this yourselves. I'm just paraphrasing here, and we're going fast as a news bullet.
Did you say do your own research? We're supposed to be the research. People
I'm telling
say do
you,
your own research. On the internet, you can always find what you want to hear.
You're the one who put this in the news,
All
bro.
right.
You put this in the news, not me. You want to defend it? Do you think that in informational search, Google's only at 70% market share?
I'm just putting the news out.
Does Mockingbird's data show that search is down It's down 30% in terms of. Well, are you telling your clients to limit budgets by 30%, take a 30% haircut on SEO because Google's not?
Where's 30% coming from?
I'm just saying that most other places have Google at over 90% market share in search.
Okay.
This is saying that there's 70, so 20%.
Got it. Okay.
Sorry.
And that's why, I was asking, what do you mean by the definition of what general search means? Potentially heavily expanded, right, from what you would otherwise perceive. Having said that, there is a downward trend in search traffic, right? That is a thing.
For sure, but that's a totally different issue than users on Google. This is saying that people are not using Google, not talking about traffic. They're saying that people are going other places for search.
I don't dispute that concept.
I don't dispute it either, but how much?
7% drop in 6 months? That's big.
Yeah, okay. Here, let's just go through. Local business searches. 67%. The next largest place that people are going for local search is Yelp. The third biggest place, according to this data,
that may be from people in Mountain View.
The third biggest place is social media. I don't know. Maybe they're about the same. It's about 10% Yelp, 10% social media, 10% AI. Again, I'm like, if the headline is people are using other tools for search, 100%. Is Google down to 70% market share on search?
This is why I keep saying general search, right? And it's less. So anyway.
Yeah. All right.
You've heard me and Guy babble about the news. The other thing that I've been reading on the news is the rise of Reddit. This keeps coming up. Reddit keeps coming up. We have not done a segment on Reddit. Maybe that is something that we should dig deeper on. But Reddit, especially in the AI context, is a primary driver that it comes up study after study after study, anecdote after anecdote after anecdote. So think about what your Reddit strategy is, and maybe Guy, next recording, we can go a little bit deeper on how to be successful on Reddit.
Money makes a world go round. Money makes a world go round. Yeah, money make a world go round.